All right. Everyone, my name is Stan Clarkey. I work at St. Jude Medical in the engineering department. And for my innovation presentation is one thing idea. A lot of people here work in manufacturing, but I guess it don't really matter because I hear a lot of people talking about cutting costs and eliminating waste in their jobs. So some of the key idea points from my innovation project is we started employee participation and submitting cost-cutting and cost-saving ideas, bringing it from the bottom up instead of the top down. Solicit the ideas from the operators on the floor, whether you're in material handling or you're in the office, whatever, research assistant, we want your idea. Establish a simple form to capture the idea. Don't get bogged down in paperwork and overheads. Just give them a simple form. I got the idea, I want to submit it, give them a Dropbox or however. Simple submission process, eliminate the red tape. A lot of times in continuous improvement projects, a lot of Six Sigma projects like we used to have, the big CI program, executive level CI managers, executive, big overhead. And it was kind of ironic that this department is supposed to cut costs was one of the biggest overhead departments. There's a lot of high paid people there. So let's eliminate that. And the program must be employee operator driven. Again, it'd be something that the operator say, I want to solicit an idea. This is something I want to do. If you're looking at our current continuous improvement, our CI hierarchy, look on the left, this is kind of typical from Toyota. You got the champion and the black belts and the green belts. In our organization, black belt is still at the top. These are $500,000, $1 million a year projects that's going to save you money, game changer. Green belts are kind of strategic, 100K to 500K. There's a lot of people involved, and then you still have the charter, you have the champion, you have a specific goal to get to. And at the bottom of our current hierarchy was the orange belt. It was kind of open for everybody. You got an idea, you get your team together, it's under 50K, you say it's not a game changer, but it may be something you see. It may be eliminating the form, rearranging the work cells, something that employees can do. Unfortunately for us, the Orange Belt program, I think, kind of suffered because it was taking as much bandwidth to institute those projects as it did the Black Belt project. So it kind of got stagnant. So my goal is to foster good morale, but bringing something back along that line, but without the overhead, without the red tape and the manpower that needs to go through. So my idea was just focus on quick cost-saving ideas. Ideas that focus on the self and waste. If you do a lot of Six Sigma projects, it's been beat to death for overproduction, waiting, transportation, process, inventory, motion, product defect, things that someone can initiate on themselves. You don't need an IE specifically to do a simple spaghetti diagram. You can get a piece of paper, count your steps off, and do a spaghetti diagram and say it takes 1,000 steps to do this one function. Maybe I can move this cell over and you can do it yourself. Something you can initiate and then you can bring it to a manager or bring it to an engineer or process owner and say, hey, this is something I think would be a good idea. And you can quantify that. Some of the guidelines, it will be for you by you, but I mean that the operator will institute it themselves, not necessarily a manager come and tell them they need to do this. Something that's quick, implemented in 2 weeks. Something that costs less than $1,000, that's a simple expense. If you need new file holders, or you want a new file cabinet, or you want a monitor to get rid of a form, something you can do very quickly. Focus on these several areas of waste. And you can use this idea if you want to go for certification, Orange Belt certification or whatever. That I saw in the past that this really meant a lot to a lot of people. When we was getting in the Orange Belt, we had all the people kind of involved in it. And I still see people with their Orange Belt certifications on their desk, and some of them were 5, 6, 7 years old. And it meant a lot to them. And we kind of got away from it. And and of course, everybody's kind of like cash. Give them a cash incentive. We have SPAs with special performance awards for people that come up with a good idea. You come up with a good idea and it's implemented, hey, you get $1,000. Some people get $5,000. It's a good idea. So, and it's fosters good work environment. It seems like people really like those ideas that, hey, I'm doing this job every day. I got a good idea of how to make it a little better. I'm doing 7 steps, I can eliminate one. So I would like to reinstitute that, and again, without the overhead, which would be key. And I think it may be able to get implemented. Any questions?